Hello, Dylan here. Welcome to another manga recommendation video where this time, if you couldn't tell from the thumbnail or the title, I'm gonna be for this one. I'll be talking about Devil's Line. And one thing to note is that I did do a video talking about the anime. If you want to go check that out, but also continue watching this video. and but let's just go ahead and get started with first a summary of what Devil's Line even is. With the summary here, Tsukasa, a college student, is rescued from an attack by a devil, one of many vampires that can blend in among the human population. Anzai, her savior, is a half-devil who exploits his supernatural gifts as a member of a shadowy police task force that specializes in devil-related crime in Tokyo. As Anzai continues to keep guard over Tsukasa, I forgot her first name, Taira, I think is her first name. The two quickly forge a tentative bond, one that Anzai fears will test his ironclad rule of never drinking human blood. Now, there's a big reason I would recommend this manga, and that's the fact that apparently there's now an OVA for Devil's Line, but the anime itself didn't end it ended decently, but it kind of left you hanging on what was after it, and there is stuff that does come after it. So I'm either hoping for maybe a season 2, or maybe the OVA does some stuff to give it like a satisfying ending. But okay, first let me go through the list here I have on my phone and such. Is that the big thing about this manga is that it's a different take on vampires because the main thing is that they're not actually called vampires, even though they have very similar characteristics like drinking blood, and actually that's pretty much the only real thing. I mean, they do get tired. I think they get tired in sunlight, but they don't like sparkle, or they don't like burn, like turn to ash in the sun, or nothing like that. I think they just get tired in the sun. They get more tired with sunlight. But it's also because like the name of the manga, they're called devils throughout the entire thing. There's not a lot of moments where they're actually just called vampires. They're just called devils. And one thing I really like about it is that it's damn neighbors. Monsters. It is monsters in everyday life. It's a monster in everyday life story, but with like the romantic undertones between Tyra and Anzai. I can't say her last name very well, but Tyra and Anzai, plus other characters later on, which isn't really shown very much in the anime, but it definitely shown in the manga. And the manga did end fine at volume 14, though apparently there's a 15th that has like extra bonus stuff that's like between chapters. Give me a second. I'm gonna close my window because neighbors being annoying. There's also it ended, and from my opinion, it ended pretty well. Though it took me a while to finish it because I was getting all the volumes. I didn't want to just go straight to like go and read it like on an app or online. I wanted to actually get the volumes because the volumes themselves are really nice looking, and I just really liked reading a physical book at the time, and I just wanted to collect them all. But like I said, apparently there's a 15th volume that. Because it said at the end of 14th that there is a 15th volume. I'm just like... Even though it says on my read list that that 14 is the final one. Anyway, there's other stuff. sorry if I'm going off track a lot. There's not a lot of chances that I get to record when there's no one home, and I just no. I want to do more, like, well, not act, but be more, a little bit more flair, I guess. Anyway, one thing I really like about this manga is that the art style can go from like a serious, very detailed art style to a very silly and simple art style, which it's so good. It's one thing that kept me reading because I just love the art style. It can go from such a serious moment, and then there's moments of silliness, and there's like a simple like it's like blob faces, but it's just hilarious, but it's meant to be like that to make it more hilarious. And another thing that was interesting is that there were half devils, which is explained in the manga later on about why there are half devils. Where there's like one that has one, like a characteristic for them is that kind of like Tokyo Ghoul, they have these specific kind of eyes, and just like Kaneki and Tokyo Ghoul, there are half ghouls, though not quite in the same way as for this one, but as Kaneki, but it's not in the same way as Kaneki is a half ghoul, but for half devils, it's slightly different how they are there. But they have like one eye that has that devil eye, and the other is just is normal. Also, one thing I gotta point out. Sorry. One thing I really do gotta point out is that even though it says 13 plus on the back of the volumes, there's some themes that certain sexual themes that do go on later on, like big sexual themes later on. But there is also like nudity, like female nudity at the very least. That kind of would surprise you for a 13 plus manga. Why I don't know if it's a 13 plus or 14 plus, I don't remember, but either way, you wouldn't expect something like that in that kind of manga. So that's more of like a warning that there is like nudity and, well, not like not even partial nudity. It's like full free the nipple kind of thing. Like it was full on nudity with like at least the top half. So I thought that would have gave it like a slightly higher rating, maybe at least 15 or 16 plus. I don't know. Is that a plane going by? I don't know if you can hear it, but a plane's going by. Anyway, there are definitely big sexual themes that go on that are talked about, and that are actually done, but censored in a those damn planes. They're censored in a damn kind of no, it's not really a bad way to censor it, but it's just an interesting way to censor it. Like there's still like sounds, and the way they're talking is still pretty interesting. Anyway, I wanted to get that out there first. Okay, this like at the end, like toward the end of the video, so that's not first, but just a warning. This is like a warning to people who are not going to be. I don't know. Did they censor it in the anime? Since like they didn't go to like the too much sexual stuff toward the end. But there is like nudity in the beginning, and I don't remember if they censored it in the anime or not. Anyway, but all in all, this is like one of my all-time favorite manga that I have read. Other than Komi, and I just really love this manga so much, and I really like it if other people would check it out, because it's really good. Because there's plenty. Because I mean, yeah, it ended. Yeah, like I said, it ended well with pretty much night needs, with answers given and all that stuff. And I just really hope some of y'all, just pick it up and try it out. Either go watch the anime, or you can read the manga. I really recommend. Between them, I'd recommend the manga, because you get more story to it, because the way the anime ended. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Have I not been looking at the camera this whole time? Probably, because I keep looking down at the recording. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this manga recommendation video. If you did, hit the like, get subscribed, keep watching anime, and I hope to see y'all later. Bye.